Nice.
Welcome to the Gold Show. This is episode number 16 of the Premier League show. Today I'm with Henry, Kian and Ubaid. How are we all doing?
Good and not good.
Well, I would have thought that you would have been a little bit more happy considering a certain side won the Manchester derby.
Well, that's the good bit. It's just not the bad bit.
Right.
So there's a couple of bad bits. One bad bit I feel like Bill, which is fun. So just bear with me on this one. But also, we're about to lose my favourite player. And I'm very sad. What did I say that time?
You swore.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry.
That didn't take long at all.
No, it did not. Less than 2 minutes, I reckon. Maybe less than 3. But Marcus Rashford leaving the football club.
I genuinely, when I saw the news, you were on call with me. Like, my eyes genuinely watered up a little bit. Genuinely.
Yeah. No, he was very upset.
Oh
like,
my God.
Some people just have these players that like you never want to see leave your club, especially when it's like a homegrown talent as well. You've seen them kind of come up through the ranks and do amazing things and give you amazing moments. Like penalty in Paris, like will live with me forever. And he's leaving, and that upsets me because I don't want him to have to leave, whether it's the right thing or not. No, stay, please.
What do you two think? Do you think it is the right move for Manchester United and Marcus Rashford?
I'm really unsure because I still think Rashford's got that quality about him. I remember that stint he had under Ten Hag in his first season, how good he was, because he went on that crazy run of form, scoring in not every game, but in a lot of games. And I think he could be vital for Amorim, but obviously something about Amorim just doesn't like him. And I don't know where he's going to go because I don't know who's going to pay his wages unless it's somewhere like PSG but I don't think an English club will.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Ubaid?
I have to be honest, I'm surprised he's leaving because I thought this would go on for a bit longer, whether the manager liked him or not. It sort of just happened straight away. Because I think, especially on the left, and Mount's injured now. I don't think there's many players there who's better than him. But
It would be Garnacho.
I don't think he's better.
That's it.
I think Rashford is way better.
Or you push Bruno further forward and you play Ahmad and Bruno as a 2, which I'm not actually that far against because Ahmad is ridiculous and plays in a similar position to Bruno, so it's a bit of a... But still...
Depth-wise.
It's actually good to see because obviously you want this new management team to kind of go in and go brutal, make hard decisions, make good decisions. Like you got to do it, but at the same time you got that sentimentality of like, no, don't leave. But actually, probably is the right move, even if I don't want it to happen.
I really liked the starting 11 actually for Manchester United. I think that is probably the best starting 11 that they've put out in a long time in terms of actual effort. Players running for the whole 90. I thought that they could get something. Well, I put it on the group chat before the game. I liked the starting 11.
And I was quite happy with what you said.
Yeah, I just think it looked more of a team that was willing to like give 110% across the whole 90 minutes. We know, of course, how good Marcus Rashford can be, but he is too inconsistent for the wage that he is on, in my opinion. He has not shown the performances over the past season and a half that I would say warrants that.
Yeah. I get that. And actually, we did all right without him. Like, it was not bad result, was
yeah,
it?
Ahmad, incredible.
Should we talk about it?
Yes, I have to talk about him.
How good Amad Diallo is. He is ridiculous.
That goal, his goal was so cold, by the way. The way it just slowed down when he got the ball and just tapped it into an empty net. Oh, it was brilliant.
I've been saying this for a long time. I've been saying this for a very, very long time, how good this man is. Because obviously he went to Sunderland and was ridiculous. And I thought, okay, he's a great championship player. Like, Premier League loan or minutes for us off the bench, something like that. And he wasn't playing at all. They took his number off him and gave it to Varane, which I thought was disrespectful. Obviously, Varane needs to get a decent number, but he can get another number. Give him, say, I think it was Phil Jones, who had number 4 at the time and wouldn't give it up. Be like, F you, get out. It's Varane's number now, and let Ahmad be, because it just suits. It suited him at the time. I thought it was disrespectful. And then he just kind of sat on a bench for 2 seasons. And whenever he played, he was great, but he never played.
Yeah.
And now suddenly this season, he was our best player at the start of the season. Ten Hag threw his toys at the pram and kicked him out of the team for some reason. Amorim comes in and just lets him play and he's ridiculous off the right, in the 10, up front, wherever you play him, creates.
Do you think he's like one of the first names on team sheet now?
Has to be. You can't ignore that kind of form.
No.
You can't.
He should have been ages ago.
And
Regardless, for me, whenever I saw him play for Manchester United, he was one of the best players. Simple as that. He was. Always.
Exactly.
Every single game that he would play, if it was him coming off from the bench, making an impact, whether it was him starting, the fact that he did not start as many games as he should have done under Ten Hag was shocking management.
That was his biggest mistake, was not playing Ahmad. I can't think... Ten Hag didn't make many mistakes. A lot of the things that didn't work for Ten Hag were... kind of out of his control.
I mean, I totally disagree with that. But
I think he made loads of mistakes.
The way he handled the Ronaldo situation, I was reasonably happy with the way he handled that kind of. At the start of the season, at the start of his reign, I was like, "Yep, good, happy with that." Brutal with that, cutting these players, yeah, very happy. But then he dropped him out, and I thought that was stupid, and I didn't understand it. Like with his tactically, it didn't work, but I understood why he was doing it. That was his tactic, and it worked very well, and it got him to the Champions League semi-final. I was happy to go down this road with you. It didn't work, fair enough, but I didn't not understand it. But with the Ahmed thing, it was weird. Obviously, they've tried to shoehorn him in on the right wing to kind of accommodate everyone, and he gave 110%. When you force to play out of position and you still look ridiculous because you're always trying. That effort and that mentality that's more. I don't care too much about the goals and assists. I still don't think I think Garnacho is still our top goal scorer this season. Don't care. It's about the attitude and it's about how you look on the pitch. Because let's be honest, this is the Premier League. If you're good, if you're getting goals and assists in the Premier League, you're obviously not an elite level footballer. Like you've got the technical ability, right, to play at the highest level. If you've made it already, fine, cool. Mentality. Look for it's the fine details. It's the way you handle yourself on a pitch. It's the way you look after the ball. It's the way you help out your teammates. It's your willingness to do things and go outside of your comfort zone for the team. That effort. And Ahmad has got that, which puts him a level above a lot of other players.
How old is he? He's 22.
I thought he was about 22. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I can check if you want me to, but he's about that age. He's still quite young.
Because the thing is, the way he took that goal, the same with Liverpool last year, you wouldn't expect someone that young to be able to control it, go past the keeper, and then finish it, because it's a really tight angle. It's not
in that scenario as well. Manchester Derby in the last minute.
Well, he's done it twice now.
I know.
He's done it twice. Once against Manchester City, and once against
Liverpool.
Yes, yeah, once against us. I guess we have to talk about us. So
do we have to?
Do we?
We do. We do.
Because they
drop
points.
They drop
points.
points. Of course, back-to-back league games, we have dropped points now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm annoyed at you. That's a good point. Why'd you have to do it against Fulham when I put all the Fulham players I have on my bench for FPL?
Well, we will get onto FPL another time, but
It gets worse. Dropped Robinson, obviously got 6 points, decent game. For Nuri, who got sent off.
Oh,
brutal.
That is rough. Right, we can get onto that later.
Sorry,
but anyway, I do want to talk about the game, because as much as it was frustrating to drop points at home, the fact that we were down to 10 men for 73 minutes plus added time and still managed to get something, very, very pleased with. The players never stopped fighting. It is really just positive to see that, and we've seen that. I have seen that luckily for so many years with this Liverpool group of players, whether that was like, the early years under Klopp or to now, always 110%, and they did fight and they did play really well. And I felt like we were on the wrong end of a decision or two in terms of Fulham keeping 11 men on the pitch. I thought Issa Diop could have been sent off inside 2-3 minutes. Like, studs up on Robertson's thigh. The fact that, for me, that was not given a red card, I found ridiculous. I just thought, that is so obvious. He gets nowhere near the ball, does not touch the ball at all, and he studs up to the thigh. And then Pereira had one on Gravenberch as well, which studs up. Again, still, no red card. Like, what is the inconsistency there? I do not understand it. I hate blaming referees for decisions, but like...
Yeah, you're normally quite honest and stuff. And
but that is just really frustrating. It's not 1, 2, that for me should have been red cards.
I love Marco Silva, such a dirty manager. I love it. I mean, you need more managers like that in the game.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not telling people to do start-up challenges on people's thighs.
No, but go out and, like Roy Keane says, go and put a tackle in. Make yourself comfortable.
I agree with that.
But you've got to say, like, even considering the opponent, Fulham have been very good this season.
They have.
I think you're lucky to get a point, if I'm honest. With 10 men and the way they've been.
They should have won the game.
I feel like we should have won the game. Really.
Yeah.
Fulham came off the pitch more happy than Liverpool did.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that shows everything. Even when we, of course, at home, you expect Liverpool to win those matches, simple as that. But when you are a man down
Against a decent Fulham side.
Yeah, exactly, who have performed well this season. They've taken points off of the likes of Arsenal this season, you know. They've been very, very good. So
I mean, what are we saying about the red card, though? Because obviously that's the key moment here. That's why we're talking about it being a good point.
I think it
is a red card.
It is a red card, yeah.
Yeah, nothing else to say on that one?
Not really. I mean, Robertson, I felt like, in all honesty, that challenge on Diop was still affecting him. It was still affecting him 10 minutes after. Like, he has a poor touch, and Slot said after the game, you know, maybe if that challenge had not happened, maybe he would have been able to get to the ball and not take Harry Wilson out like he did. I mean, it is naive, and Robertson has been doing that a little bit too often this season for me. I still think, even though in the games where he has made those challenges, like Southampton, Real Madrid, where he has given away penalties, he has still had very good games in them throughout. It is just those split moments at the moment, they seem to be costing us.
Yeah.
Is it one game because it was last man challenge or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
so
one match. So I think he misses the Southampton game.
You've got away with
that. I want to say that is because it carries over into Carabao Cup matches.
I think it does, yeah.
So I'm very grateful for that because...
Wait, so is Southampton in the Carabao Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't miss a single league game?
No.
It's a bit of a stupid rule.
It's the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. If you get a red card.
I can't even swear anymore. For God's sake. Can I say for God's sake? Is that allowed?
I think
that is the luckiest, jammiest thing I've ever
It is
heard.
lucky.
Well, is that 2 weeks in a row you've dropped points now?
It is, and unfortunately it is down to individual mistakes. Like, Kelleher has been brilliant all season, but that Newcastle game, of course, he made a few blunders. And
you
then
hated him after that game.
Yeah,
I
I was fuming. Of course you would be. You have come from 2-1 down against the Newcastle side who have played very well at home.
Yeah.
Salah does some brilliant magic, and then you end up dropping points because Kelleher does not put his arms up. Like,
I mean,
split moment decisions cost titles.
I
So
swear to
we'll have to
God,
wait and see.
if you bottle this and gift them a title,
I do not think that we will bottle the title, but Chelsea fans seem to not think they are in the title race after 16 league games.
I'm starting to get annoyed by
okay.
how under the radar you're going.
So
I'm not saying I don't want us to win the league. Of course I do, but we want top 4 and a nice trophy. That's what I'll be content with.
But do you think you're in a title race?
That's an interesting question.
Yes or no answer?
That's a very
Be
interesting question.
unbearable.
Right,
Why are you not
That is
unbearable?
an interesting question. I don't know the answer yet.
Well, let's ask this. Are Arsenal in a title race? He's going to say no, isn't he? Because he's going to say Chelsea are.
I don't know.
Well,
they might be.
To be honest, if
If
Arsenal
they
and
are,
Chelsea
you
aren't in
are.
the title race, then you've got a title. Because City are now out of it.
Well, I said
And I'm
before.
like, what?
I said before, Liverpool normally, like the last time they won the title, well, the only time they won a Premier League title, and even then, it's a COVID league, so it doesn't count. But
of course it counts. See, this is absolute rubbish. The amount of times that you have gone ahead and said this, I am actually going to have to say something.
That
This is
season
just
made
ridiculous.
Ollie look like a good manager. Let's be honest.
No,
Like, come
but
on.
like we had, I think it was 25
Love
wins
it,
out
man.
of 26 league matches, like before COVID. So the fact that you were calling it a COVID league just because we lifted it,
Losing.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
you look emotional,
got
mate.
got to do it.
Losing Watford alone is enough to
Yeah.
rescind you of your title.
Yeah.
Not really.
This is the
No,
man who
come
thinks
on.
the Tottenham Liverpool Champions League final.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's
anyway,
Me
lower our
personally,
expectations.
that is different. Come
Wait,
on, guys.
let me get back to it. So what I was saying was, they won the league. There was no competition that year. This year there is a mighty team in London who's
Didn't we
doing
finish
really
second?
well, and I think
No, City did.
Oh,
I think
was gonna say that was
for
the season
us,
we were the biggest contender.
closing the gap. So, in the past, because even under Tuchel, we were 6 points clear in December. We came third, nowhere near the title. So,
But I feel like that was almost down to injuries with Reece James and Ben Chilwell.
No, this is the thing. I'm happy with what you're saying, but I expect worse of you, of all of you.
listen, I don't. Why?
I don't understand. It's
We're
not that I'm
nice-
unhappy
we're
you're
nice
like
guys.
this.
We
I just
wanna-
don't understand.
We want to win a trophy
Yeah, but like
next year.
I thought you would have been a little bit
Come
more
on,
like
man.
boisterous
Thing.
after
I wanna
what
hate
Chelsea
you.
have gone
I can't hate you
through.
when you're being reasonable. Be unreasonable.
You know?
Well, the thing is, thank you for Sancho, by the way.
Yeah, no worries.
He's such a good player, honestly.
Yeah, but he's
such a good
call
player.
him what I want to call it. I hate this so much. Can I say the word hate? Is that allowed?
Yes.
Well, we don't even
allowed.
hate Mount anymore because
Thank
it's
you.
just sad. He's getting injured all the time.
I think it's just United fans, mate.
Yeah,
It's
but
just depressing.
But I thought the only concerning thing I have is like game management, because we were 2-0 up and there was a moment where I was like, are we going to drop points in this game? Because
It would be nice if you had another winger who isn't banned.
Yeah, I mean...
Shall we talk about that?
but
Is
then-
he definitely
but then-
banned?
Yeah, I think
but
he has been banned, but not...
There's another
for-
test that
not
needs
For,
to come out.
charged.
for context, he has Michaela Mudryk has been provisionally banned by Chelsea due to failing a doping test.
I
wanna
mean,
go- yeah, sorry.
it's very suspicious. You know, in our game, 93rd minute when he sprinted down the whole length of the pitch and crossed the ball. It's a bit dodgy in itself, really.
Right.
Just in
listen,
the
right, these are
93rd
allegations. We don't know what's going on.
But then
he
again,
might be innocent. We
I
never
want to
know.
go back to why you hate Jadon Sancho so much.
don't
I
hate
feel like that
Jadon
man
Sancho.
got
I
mistreated
didn't
at your
say
football
anything
club.
about Jadon Sancho.
Did you not? You said,
called
can I
him-
use the word hate? No?
No, I said, yeah, because that's the only one I want to call him a D-head because
He's not.
He's a great footballer. When he's at his best, I want him in my club playing on the right wing, 100%. But his personality, his attitude. Again,
I'm
what
sorry.
saying.
I'm not having it. I'm
He
sorry.
is
How
a
long
little
are we
dickhead,
going to do
he
this
is.
for? Paul
Sorry, I
Pogba, Memphis
apologise.
Depay, Marcus Rashford now, Jesse Lingard, Ronaldo.
Hey, don't destroy
How many players do you lot
Ronaldo was
mistreat?
never an attitude problem. Ronaldo was a tactical problem.
Mate, you lot cannot handle players.
Nah, Ronaldo.
No,
I feel
well,
like
that,
you
no, I
lot-
agree. I
that-
do agree with that.
You've done it for so long now. He's come to an actual club.
Edson Cavani
He's
was
come to an
fucking
actual club with an
magical.
actual manager. Well, you've got a good manager now, to be fair. But
Thank you.
and he's welcome, and he's gonna get top four potentially and win a trophy. And next year he might win the league.
Who's going to win the league?
Sancho
you?
next year.
Oh, right. I was about to say, I thought you were talking
Oh.
about Man United for a second. I was
No,
like,
they might win the championship. But
oh, no
the
way.
championship. Oh man.
No way.
Championship my ass. Yeah.
That would be funny seeing Manchester United
When
in
was
the
your last
championship.
No, it wouldn't.
It would. It'd be
wouldn't.
great
It
fun
would
for
be-
one season.
No, it wouldn't. Oh, we would win every single game and win a title. First time since win a title in my life. That'd be fun. But no, fuck off.
It'd be
It'd be
great
in
fun.
true United fashion to not even get promoted.
Yeah.
The only Big 16 that's ever come close to that is Arsenal a few years ago. Before
they
Arteta.
weren't close.
They were like
No, they weren't.
They were like
It was
18.
us. If anything, it was us.
When?
The year.
The season
Yeah.
where they
You were
could not
13.
score a goal at all.
Yeah, but
on
we
the
didn't get
bottom.
40 points till like right at the end.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
I
season.
forgot about Potter. Also, how entitled is Potter? He's rejected
Yeah.
West Ham. He's rejected Brighton. He's rejected. What was a recent one? He
Probably
rejected
Southampton
Wolves.
as
You
well.
rejected Tottenham a while ago.
Southampton.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he just.
At
he
what
just- he
point
just
do you
feels
say
like
Maybe he
does
doesn't
not
want to
want the
manage.
job.
he wanted the Man United job, didn't get it. He wanted the England job, didn't get it. Guess what? You're not good enough. Get a Premier League job at your level, earn your place back at a top 6 club, and then we'll talk.
Are
Well,
you a top 6 club?
Shut up.
speaking of, people who have been associated with Chelsea, Nicholas Jackson scoring another goal.
What a finish.
Great finish.
What
I
a finish.
thought. Yeah, you know, he did miss a sitter. It was a really big opportunity for him, but got back
He
on
played
it,
well.
scored another goal.
Against Tottenham, I thought he was poor. He didn't really do anything. Whereas this game, there was a chance on the volley. I don't know how he
great
managed to
save.
get onto that.
Really good save.
The goal was amazing because he sort of draws the defender in. It's a beautiful finish. How he's compared to Højlund, I have no idea. I don't know who would ever do that.
Apparently, Caicedo is the GOAT.
Well,
according to Tom.
Caicedo is doing very well, and it
He
is
is doing
very,
better.
very painful for me, of course, because we almost had him at our football team.
Yeah, but
you?
I mean,
We did. We
Did
put
you?
more money in.
I think the
And
thing
he
is,
still chose
Yeah,
Chelsea.
the fact that Jurgen Klopp announced it at a press conference,
Did
right?
he?
Yeah, he said
Forgot
we have
this.
agreed a fee with Chelsea
Oh, that's
over
different,
Moises
though.
Caicedo.
With Brighton.
Brighton,
but,
Brighton.
but the fact
Different.
that Fenway Sports Group have gone ahead and told Jurgen Klopp, they're very smart businessmen,
Oh,
the fact
God.
that they told him, got him down to a press conference and said that.
Sorry, I know this is a little bit of a tangent going back to Liverpool, but I just
Right.
remembered a question that I was supposed to ask you the other day on a Discord call, and I didn't.
Okay.
I forgot to ask you. Obviously, you're on track for a title
Right.
under Schlott in his first season.
Mm-hmm.
And ignoring cups, because obviously that changes things slightly.
Right.
If you compare just Premier League performance, one title, how do you compare Jurgen Klopp and Arne Slot if he wins the title this season?
it's been 1 year. Come on.
Just on Premier League performance.
Well,
Just on Premier League.
if you're basing it off Premier League performance, on a slot would need to get more than 99 points.
But also, it's 1 year. He could easily win the league and not
Yeah,
win it
but
again for 8 years.
if he wins the league this season, which he's probably going to do,
Yeah.
same number of titles as Jurgen Klopp.
But
which I think is interesting.
What if he wins the league this year, comes 10th next year, comes 9th the year after? I'm just saying what if.
Well,
Well,
I
he
mean, then he
still
would be
won the
sacked.
same number of Premier League titles.
Yeah, but
it-
Jurgen Klopp also had a worse team to start with.
I
am not going to compare Jurgen Klopp to Arne Slot just yet.
What,
I
if he wins,
wanna-
what if he wins 2 Premier League titles?
Well, then, but potentially. But then at the same time, like, we had 98 points. Well, I think it was 98 or 97, and
Do
we
you
never
think he
won
won't
the
get
league.
98 this season?
Probably not. No,
I
no,
want-
we probably will not.
I
no.
want to know which football you prefer. Who do you think has the nicer kind of football style as a manager?
Jurgen Klopp's football is more entertaining. Slot's gives me less panic.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because I feel like defensively we give up less chances, although we have still conceded. I know we have conceded the least goals in the league, but it's still not in certain games. I think in the last 5 we have conceded 2 now. I want to say Fulham 2, Newcastle 3, and then I think we conceded something beforehand. I cannot remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it still conceding goals? But if I had to pick something to watch over a Premier League season, it probably would be Jurgen Klopp's football because I found that more entertaining. But if Slot's football, there is more of a balance, which I also do prefer at the same time.
Yeah.
So I cannot really
I mean,
choose.
apologies for the tangent there. I thought that he would give me a more interesting answer than
Well,
that. But
are you
fair
winning-
enough.
are you winning the
You were
league this season?
quite well done. That.
Are you winning the league this season?
Well, if we do not win the league, then we have bottled it. So yeah,
Surely they do.
if we do not,
I'm
well,
still,
surely,
I know
surely.
I said earlier that I think they're out of the title race, but I'm still. It's sick.
No,
you
no,
never know.
no, no,
You never
no,
know.
not
I
now.
refuse to 100%
Not
rule
now.
them
Still
out.
can't believe we lost to them.
1 win in their last 11
No,
in all competitions.
We don't
This
talk-
team
we don't
Don't
talk
get
about
me
that
wrong.
again.
This is the happiest
Who
I've
was
ever
that
been in my
against?
life. But
Who was that against?
Shut up.
I
Shut up.
don't actually know.
Shut up.
It's a certain Nottingham Forest, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
That's
I forgot
it.
about that.
How can I forget?
Right.
The one game we lose.
Did you want to say something before we move on to Nottingham Forest?
Yes, no, I did want to say something about Nicholas Jackson because I will admit this to you lot now. No, not what you think it is. I almost made a sin and put him in my fantasy team. I almost did it.
How is that a sin? He is a
Yeah.
great
I've got him in
striker.
mind, and
He's
I'm
one of the best
above
strikers in the
everyone.
league.
Because I have to stand by the fact that I said that Hoyland was better, and I will again refuse
Yeah,
to
I
change my opinion.
mean,
Who did I put in instead of him? Actually?
Well, obviously Chelsea, they've had like number 9 issues for quite a while now, since probably Diego Costa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
he
you-
was good. Yeah.
Do you think like now that number 9 issue's definitely sorted? Because it's been going on
Well-
for so long now. Because you've had what, Lukaku.
Thank you for that reaction, Thomas, in the back there. Exactly. Yes. No, it's not sorted.
Carry on.
Like you've had Lukaku, you've had who else? You had you've
React
had
properly.
Higuain.
Listen to what we're saying.
You've had
Right on,
Higuain. You've had. Can't even think of the ones that come off.
We've
my
had
head.
Werner, we have
Falcao,
Giroud, Havertz.
Werner,
Yeah, so
yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say no because, let's be honest, Chelsea normally have more than one striker. We
Right.
always do. And even then, Costa was there for 3 years. He had 2 good seasons. Drogba was there. Well, Anelka was there for a few. So we haven't really had like a decent, like a long-term striker. But yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, it's fine.
right,
Who are you talking to?
Thomas.
himself. Anyway,
No, I'm talking. I'm trying to talk to Tom.
anyway, yes, Christopher and
Didn't
Kunku, of
notice
course,
that
is
my
the
mic was.
right. Well, if you could stop talking, that would be great. Right. Anyway,
I'll
yeah,
shut up
of
now.
course, Christopher and Kunku, another striker as well, £60 million. What are your thoughts on his move? I want to know because it
don't
is an
know.
interesting one.
I don't know if he's a strike. He's a weird. He's like a second strike. I don't know. But I think he's leaving us.
Do you reckon?
I think he's gone at the end of the season.
Was it a free transfer?
No.
In Kunku, it was 60
60
You
million.
just
million
said 60 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why in my head I felt like he was going on a free. I don't know.
I think
what
it was. I think it was probably because like the
Is it
deal
lost?
got done a year in advance.
It
Was
did,
that right?
yeah.
Yeah.
because-
That's probably what you're
yeah,
thinking.
Yeah.
We was linked with him. It seems like a lot of players that we get linked with end up moving to Chelsea anyway. So
What can I say? They want a bigger club.
got no way. I'm not having that.
They're top of the
Come on.
league.
We got,
Evade.
we got double the amount of trophies as you. Stop
to be
it.
fair,
COVID league.
if you
Stop
said wipe that 25 million for Sancho and instead we'll take Nkunku off your hands, I would do that deal. And you can keep Sancho and we'll have Nkunku.
Well,
I'd do that deal.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Cool, nice.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause-
yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is best. Maybe his best position's behind the striker, sort of playing off him. He's
Yeah.
not playing there.
What position that we have in plenty.
Yeah, you could do with him.
We could really do with him actually.
And
I
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure, but actually thinking about it, yeah, that would work really well.
You really want him,
Does he?
now,
Does
don't
Did
you?
he, what foot is he? Is he right footed or left
He's
footed?
right-footed.
So he could play on the left of the two.
But then
and
again,
the
he's
man
quite
on
good
the-
with
on the
both
right.
feet anyway,
Yeah.
regardless.
He's our best finisher at the club by far.
Right.
But even in his performances, it's not like he's having excellent performances. He'll finish a chance. Even in the Conference League, he does this. But he's not playing ahead of Jackson.
Yeah.
He's not playing ahead of Palmer. Not playing ahead of Sancho.
The
No.
Palmer thing's weird because realistically you want him to play where Palmer is, and obviously that's never going to happen.
Well, even if you wanted to play Palmer on the right and Kunku in the 10, it's like
Then you've got to drop either Sancho
Then Neto's
or
getting dropped.
Neto or
Madueke's getting dropped.
But
Okay.
that is a
He's been
great
Yeah,
problem
it's great to have those options.
Brilliant problem to have.
Well, we have to refresh the squad anyway after a few years. Getting rid of him, I wouldn't be mad at.
Yeah. Anyway, from one club in the Champions League spot to another, a certain Nottingham Forest are back in the top four again.
How on earth are we there still? It's like people have been saying, "Oh, you're going to drop off. You're going to drop off." We're just proving everyone wrong.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and obviously Saturday's game against Villa, very eventful.
Yeah.
They could have had a penalty in the first half. I'm very on the fence about it. I don't know if either of you have seen it.
I have seen
Yeah.
it. Personally, for me, I thought it was.
But
thought you got away with one.
I think the fact that he's pulling Anderson's shirt literally 2 seconds beforehand, how he almost pulls it off, it kind of weighs it out kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you're pulling someone in the penalty area, or you're always running a
But
risk.
He's pulling him back, but Rodgers falls forward.
Right.
It don't make any sense. But
well, that's elasticity, isn't it? It's
There's
just-
enough contact for it to be a penalty.
Yeah, I think so. And
Yeah.
then the
Uh,
late winner
yeah,
as well. How that was not given as a foul for me personally.
you reckon?
Yeah, it's beyond me. It's beyond me.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
he
don't-
literally shoves him
you
to the
don't- bro,
floor,
you don't
and then
wanna
and
s-
then it just plays on.
Bro, you don't want to see goals not given because of a foul like that.
Yeah.
If it's like an obvious, like he's gone in, slid in, got none of the ball.
Useful.
Yeah,
I
you
disagree.
don't want to see goals not given that. Obviously, we went 1-0 down to a John Duran header.
Brilliant header.
Um,
That man, I think that's like 3 games in a row now. He started ahead of Watkins. Have they?
I think he scored in 5
They've
starts.
pulled that cord. They've dropped him for what they've Duran.
You have to. You have
Mm.
to.
But I think Watkins was scoring as well. So it's a bit harsh. But
Yeah.
I understand what you're doing.
I don't think Villa will have both come next season.
I mean, here's where I'm at. Right, you're annoying me because I thought you'd be shit this season and you're actually pretty decent.
Yeah, because you
Um,
predicted us to go down, mate.
Oh, I've sworn again. Sorry, I don't even know I'm doing it. It's like a reflex action. Yeah, you're not. I thought you'd be bad this season, but you're not. You're actually pretty good. Which is
Yeah.
annoying me.
How would they get
But
relegated?
what I would say, Villa have been bad this season. Again, I
Yeah.
can't say.
I don't think they've been
but
bad.
They have. Their
They
defense
have.
is
I don't
so
think they've been
bad.
got
bad.
under the radar. They've dropped a lot of
defence
points.
is
where
so
they
bad.
shouldn't have
It's
done.
Oh no, they've dropped off, but I don't even
The
think
drop
they've
off has been
awful.
mental.
If we could go back to Forest, though.
Yes, we're going to go back to
Um,
Nottingham Forest, of course.
Malenk, obviously, we did equalise with Chris Wood, but then VAR disallows it because he's offside by his shoulder, even though he doesn't get an advantage
You can
from
score
that.
with your shoulder.
It's offside.
Yeah, I mean it is.
I
It's
think
hard.
It is
stupid.
offside.
No, it's
stupid.
It
It's
is.
harsh, but it's
But
like if
I'm
your
not gonna-
toenail's offside.
I'm
you're
not going to
offside.
complain because 5 minutes later, Milenkovic gets his second goal in 2 games, scored against United, obviously.
What a signing.
Oh, mate, he's a Rolls Royce. And I'll tell you who is another brilliant signing. Elliot Anderson.
Yeah.
What a player. What a player.
That might be one of the best, like, sort of swap deals for Nottingham Forest and the
Vlachodimos.
worst for Newcastle. I
Bro,
mean, what were they thinking
This,
selling Elliot
this
Anderson?
this guy will play for England.
He's Scottish.
No, he's English.
He's Scottish.
He's playing for the England under-21s, mate.
He
Is
could
he?
still play
Yeah,
for Scotland.
he
though,
can
couldn't
play
he?
for
swear he's-
Scotland.
I was going to say
He can play for Scotland, but he's
Scottish.
playing for the England under-21s.
I thought he got a cap for Scotland.
But no,
What?
bro.
Can somebody fact check that behind the screen, please?
I think he has.
Is Elliot Anderson Scottish or English?
He's
somebody-
playing for the England
Yeah, I
under-21s.
mean,
So he's
playing
eligible for both.
21s.
Okay.
I'm going to back the Nottingham Forest fan here.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I'm going to go with my gut.
But
Yeah.
no, he's just...
I looked at that deal at the start of the season and I thought, what a waste of money. Scottish? Thank
yes,
you.
but he's playing for the England under-21s.
Check the caps. Check
He's-
the games he's played.
Right.
He's playing for England under-21s at the
Yeah,
minute.
no, but
Okay.
I thought, what a waste of money. That's way too much for a guy who's not proven at all. I thought both deals, both. So he has caps for both. Okay, yeah.
I think he will play for England. I can imagine
If
if
he's
he's
good
playing
enough.
for the
He's
England
just-
under
If he's
21s.
good
I
enough.
think he probably is good enough.
He's
No,
he's like the perfect number 8.
He's as Scottish as Rice is Irish. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's a Scottish grandmother then or something. Right, cool,
But
nice.
no, he's actually the perfect number 8. That transition from defence into attack,
Mhm.
he's so key in it, and just defensively as well. He's
Sorry.
just, I just love him so much. He's such a good player,
yeah,
and I don't even know who's signing of the season for Forest. It's either him or Milenkovic, and then obviously Anthony Elanga goes and scores in the 93rd minute.
What a dancer! I love that man.
Our first stoppage
Oh.
time winner in 3 years.
Three seasons.
Big respect to him, by the way, for wearing the calf shirt after she unfortunately passed away. That's a guy. I regret letting him go again with that
I
attitude
mean,
thing. Like, whether how good he is, like compared to some other players at the club at the moment, like he has that attitude thing and a big show of respect, and I love that. from him.
I think like I've criticised Elanga a lot this season. Watch, yeah,
yeah. You're not his biggest fan, are you?
Yeah, I was last season, but this season he's just not been on it. Obviously, I'm hoping this goal gives him that confidence and he can starting games, because when he's on it, and I'm sure you'll know, when he's on it, he's a fantastic footballer.
Yeah.
But I really hope that boosts confidence, and hopefully he scores on Saturday against Brentford.
Yeah.
So, yeah, up into 4th.
Where do you reckon you will finish in the Premier League
Don't
this season?
give me that. I really want to say Europe. I think it depends on January, if I'm honest. I think if we can get... I know Alanga's obviously just scored. I think if we can get like a top quality right winger, if we went all out for someone like Johan Bakayoko from PSV, if we went all out,
Yes,
I think we could get Europe. And obviously getting a striker, Yuri Alberto from Corinthians, is the one apparently.
is that going to happen?
It's very likely.
That's good as
It's
well.
very likely.
No, you're making good business.
Yes.
Jesus.
I
I'm not going to
think-
pretend I've watched him at all.
Yeah,
To
I
be
have
fair.
no idea.
He's got
So-
like 18 goals in the Brazilian league this
Wow.
season.
He's
amount.
been that guy who's kind of there's always a guy in Brazil who's doing well that's going to make that move to Europe. That young guy. He's the current one.
Going back to Lloyd's question though, I think we'll get top half. Like,
Conference.
well, I hope we do, but I hope we don't, because it'll like ruin my bank account. But
You want to go on a European tour?
Yeah, I
no?
wanna go on a
Come
European
on.
tour. I wanna go on
regardless of the
European
bank
tour.
account.
take me to Azerbaijan. Take me to all these places.
If there was one
Kazakhstan.
stadium
Kazakhstan.
that you would want in the Europa Conference League, where would it be?
Well, obviously, what? Just any team.
Any
like-
team, any
that's gonna
team.
be in the conference.
Any
There
like,
could be
club
some
that
big
you
teams
would want to
though.
play.
Especially in Italy.
Yeah, in Italy.
Fiorentina.
Yeah, I quite like. I don't know how they're doing actually, but Roma.
Yeah,
I'd
Roma.
love to see
were-
us play in Roma.
they won't
Yeah.
make it.
I'd love to see us play there, but
That'd be awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. I do want to talk about Arsenal, of course, because they dropped points at home
Again.
to Everton, 0-0. Not ideal for them. I mean, do not get me wrong, it made the 2-2 at home against Fulham a little less painful, but yeah,
What a
no
sh-
set pieces, no goals in this one.
What a Sean Dyche masterclass, by the way. They had about 23% possession and 2 shots.
The
Yeah.
weird thing is, I saw a few Arsenal fans complaining, saying he's anti-football. It's like, you've done the same thing. Like, a team's coming for a point, they're giving you 70% of the ball, so do something
They
with
did
it.
the same
I mean-
at City.
Yeah.
Feel free to fact check me here if I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure I've got it about right. I believe it's been 5 years since Arteta won at City. Is that right?
It has been a long time.
At
Let's
City,
put it that way.
I don't think he's beaten
It's been
them.
about
He's not
5
beaten
years.
him at all.
He's not beaten them.
At the Etihad.
No, he's never beaten them.
No, he's not beating him at all.
Amram did it on his first go. That's all I'm going to say.
So,
All
are
I'm
you
gonna say.
saying, you trying to say that Amarim is better than Arteta?
I'm not saying anything.
No. Now that you've brought it up,
I'm
you
just-
cannot sit on the fence here. Come on, you have to give an answer.
It's too early.
I'm starting to question Arteta a little bit because obviously he's not won anything in quite a while, and he doesn't win at City, and he bottled the title twice. And I'm starting to think, well, okay, do Arsenal need to make a change in order to take that next step?
I don't think he's all that manager-wise. I genuinely think there's a lot better. I wouldn't say sack him. I just don't.
It's a bit harsh.
I don't really rate him
But-
as highly as like you'd think.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
question his decisions, but I think he's a good manager because he's taken Arsenal from a joke. Let's be honest, they were a joke
Yeah,
to a team in the title race. They haven't done that for 10 years.
A long time.
Like 2015 was the last
because
time.
a lot of the time under Wenger, especially after he moved to the Emirates. He barely got any money until towards his last few real seasons at the club.
Alba was the last one. Was that his last signing as well?
Who?
Wenger, Alba.
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone knows it's called. Everyone calls
Sorry,
it
I thought you
Alba.
were going on about Jordi
Yeah,
Alba
that's
then
what
or
I-
something.
you-
I
you
was
meant
so
to say-
confused.
How can you meant to say like
Right, hang on.
Auba?
So
not
lost.
Auba.
to
Tom,
that.
Tom, is it Alba or Auba?
Auba.
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
When you call him Alba,
Aubameyang.
short of it.
Auba.
Yeah, who says
Alba,
Alba?
yeah. Cool. Nice, cool. I was gonna say that's what you say, but
Yeah,
Auba,
but
that was his last
I'm
big
just so
signing.
lost because like they're obviously Jordi
That was his
Alba,
last
Aubameyang.
signing. In
Right,
general.
anyway,
Yeah. Arsenal not scoring goals in that game. Do you reckon that is just a one-off for them?
No.
Or do you think that is more to come in terms of 0-0 draws at home?
More
Because
fun.
Well, if they get
I
a set piece,
disagree.
maybe, but the thing is, they just don't create enough.
I disagree with that again.
You don't think they create?
I think they create opportunities.
Did they?
They had 20-odd shots, no?
Which? Can you name how many clear-cut chances did
They
they
had a few
have?
clear-cut opportunities.
I can think of
Pickford had a very good
Odegaard
game.
should have had two.
I can think of two. Yeah,
Really?
those are the only
Odegaard
two.
should have scored two
Those
goals.
are the only two. They don't create enough. I'm
They
sorry.
Need, they need a top quality striker. That's what.
What about
they
King
need.
Is the
Kai?
top quality striker... You were saying they need to create. The top quality striker is not going to create.
Well, that's what I agree. I said that last week.
I think it depends who you bring in. Actually, I think if you got someone like Isak who's got that little bit of creativity with him,
Yeah.
I think it could work. But
even it's not like they're making so many chances and missing serves. It's like they don't create enough. For 70% of the ball, you should be creating a lot more than you are.
Do you think that is because of the way that they're set up with the
Yes.
four centre-backs really playing
I think
back some at
Arteta's
times?
got scared because of last year.
Right. You think he's gone more defensive?
I
and
think they
more...
had the perfect balance last year. There's just nothing they could have already done. I mean, I know they.
What was the backline last year? Remind me, because I can't.
Well,
actually
I think
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko, Gabriel Saliba, White.
Yeah.
White dropping White is a bit of a weird one.
Well,
He's
White,
injured.
Ben White is
He's
injured, so
injured.
he's not dropped.
Never mind, ignore me. Left back, no one was happy with Zinchenko. I understand why they wanted to upgrade in that position, but go into Calafiori, sick player, great defender. When it comes to when you have White and Calafiori, or Timber, it's just too defensive.
I think yeah.
Zinchenko was that attacking outlet, whilst White kind of was that defensive solidity
weird
at right back.
The weird thing
Okay,
is,
never
Lenny's
mind.
shaking his head at you.
the
No,
weird thing is
apparently
though, they brought Jorginho on when you need a goal.
Oh,
That is
Jorginho
so
was
weird.
How was that guy third for a Ballon d'Or? That makes no sense.
Listen, respect him.
you just criticise.
No,
Because
if
he
you're
did it at Chelsea, that was why.
No, because he's not as good as he was then. First of all, if you need a goal, I'm not bringing him on.
No.
But then again, where are the goals coming from the players off from the bench? Because Martinelli is, of course, is not firing. Trossard is not firing.
Well, I
Sterling
thought
has barely
Tross-
even got a kick.
I don't know
since he
why
joined
Sterling
the
I
went
think
football
you have
there.
more chance with Wanyeri at this point.
Yeah.
Where he's getting quite a lot of chances, but again, he's playing in that kind of Odegaard pocket.
Yeah.
So why not just play
midfield.
both of them?
You'd think
Could you? Well, why not?
if you need a goal, why not?
What? Yeah, I think. I think at this
take
stage,
off 1 year fullbacks, just whack.
Inverted
Wanyeri.
fullback.
What was that? What was it?
I can't say his name.
Try again?
1 year.
he is a
there
quality
we go,
player,
there we
and
go.
hopefully he gets more opportunities in the team because
Yeah.
he definitely did deserve it, especially when Odegaard was out. But I do want to quickly talk about Newcastle 4, Leicester City 0. There was an interesting decision at 1-0 up. Somehow, Bruno G did not get sent off for a challenge. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have seen it.
I think
I've
I
seen it,
have
but
seen photos.
It's a clear
How
red.
that is not a red card is absolutely beyond me. Studs up on Mavadini, 1-0 at the time. Of course, Newcastle were dominating.
You
I
because
knew I
they
liked this
do
guy.
really well at
I
home.
knew I had some liking for this person.
You could say though, Leicester they should have had Ndidi sent off the other week.
Well, yeah, no,
So it's
definitely.
like,
but then again,
You
two
gotta look at it
wrongs do not.
isolated.
Yeah,
two
yeah,
wrongs
yeah,
do
I
not
get
make
that,
a
yeah.
right.
But the thing is, I'm pretty sure it's like it comes under dangerous grounds or something. It's clearly dangerous.
It is a poor challenge.
It's so bad.
And that potentially does affect the game.
'Cause
You
he's
know,
gone on and
Leicester
scored,
City.
hasn't he?
You know,
That always
a man
happens,
more.
by the way.
Pardon?
Every time like a player needs to get sent off, they score.
yeah.
Yeah. Jacob Murphy scoring against you as well.
2.
Yeah.
It's good too. And Isak, he's unbelievable. I think he's been the best striker in the league this year. Like
That is interesting.
I honestly, mate, the form he's in, it's not even the goals. It's like
Okay,
the touches, the passing, the dribbling, everything.
I'm enjoying his drop off as much as anybody.
He's not
But
been
I
better.
can't-
Not a drop off.
Who's
no,
drop
no,
off?
no, I'm talking about someone else.
Oh,
right.
Let me build up to something, please.
on about
for the love
Haaland,
of
I thought.
Christ. For the love of all that's holy. No, but it's hard to argue that Haaland still isn't.
I don't think he has, because there's been so many games where he's not impacted the game.
Yeah, but when
But
when he
Haaland
does
doesn't
impact
do
the
that.
game, he scores 3.
Yeah, but Isak's been doing it for so long now. He
I
impacts
still,
the game.
trust me, I'd love to say that Isak's better than Haaland. Trust me, I would.
I'm not saying he's
love
better.
it,
I'm saying this season I think he's been better.
Right, okay.
but I can't because it's still hard.
But then again, is Haaland not like
Still the
second
top.
top goal scorer?
Yeah, but
Is Salah overtaken?
I think Salah has overtaken
Okay,
him.
cool. So, other than Salah, he's the top goal scorer in the league.
yeah.
That's
a lot of those came in August, by the way.
still
A
scoring.
lot of them
Yeah,
did. A
three
lot of them
came
did.
against West Ham,
A lot of them
didn't
did come in August,
I-
but at the same time, he scored the goals.
He scores lots and he's like a
Mm.
Chinese meal.
What?
Lots of small. Oh no, it's the opposite of a Chinese
What?
meal. So a Chinese meal is lots of little courses,
Right, okay.
but it's the opposite of that. Sorry. Should we move on?
Yes,
Oh,
I think we should. Let's
I
move
just,
on.
I just want to quickly go back to the Jacob
Okay.
Murphy thing, because on one of the shows we did last week, Lloyd, we were saying how Newcastle need a right winger,
They do.
and we were saying how Murphy is a champion. I think
I do
your
not think
word
he is a
was it your
championship.
word?
It was not me.
Championship,
It's
but
not
he's
me.
not
I did not
great.
say he
Someone,
was championship
someone
level.
said he was championship. He's a
Was it
championship
Kieran or
winger.
Lenny?
It was not me because it was someone.
It could have been me.
But
Was it Matt?
you weren't here last week.
No, but I say it could have been me. if I remember.
But no, goes and scores 2 goals. Proves us wrong. Could have had more realistically.
He should have.
Yeah.
He's
should've.
not good enough for a team that
Oh,
Newcastle
no.
want to be. But again,
I
it's
mean,
useful to see him
Yeah,
contribute.
there is one negative as well for Leicester City despite the 4-0, and that is Mads Hermansen has picked up an injury, which is a pretty big blow
Enjoy
for
Danny Ward.
for them.
How
Have
long
fun
is
with
it?
that one.
Not sure how long he's out for, but the fact that he is injured in the first place is a
Not
big like loss
That is
regardless.
bad.
You know.
Wasn't Danny Ward the guy who got him relegated
Yeah.
as well?
yeah.
Yeah, Danny Ward was at Liverpool originally, and yeah, he was inconsistent at best as like a backup goalkeeper.
Yeah.
We
He
had.
went
But then
to,
again,
like,
we had like the
Liverpool.
likes of Adam Bogdan. So
Oh, I forgot about that man.
Just quickly, I want to
Jesus.
talk about Lewis Hall because he's
oh,
another one.
unbelievable for me.
superb.
He should be as of right now.
England's
England's
star.
I
Starting
said
side
I
left
said
back.
this the other week. He's our best left back.
He probably is right now. Yeah,
Yeah. I
By
can't,
far.
think of, I can't think of a name who's fit and be playing better right now.
I totally do agree. And Lewis Hall would have got you a lot of points on FPL if you
I
had
took,
him.
I took him. I took him
Did
out
I?
the other week.
You took him out the other week.
I don't
well,
know why.
that
Does
is
he count as a-
pretty
Is
unfortunate.
he a defender or a midfielder?
Defender.
Is he
Right.
a defender?
And he's really cheap as well. I really probably should go back to him.
Good
But
idea. actually.
Ubaid.
Something like
Go through your team as you got the lowest out of anyone on the podcast with 29 points. So
Jamie
big-
beat Jamie
big
beat
applause
you.
for you.
I don't get what's. I mean, I don't.
You don't play it. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't.
that. Well,
No.
I'm sure Jamie had a worse week.
No,
he did
Jamie
not.
beat him.
Jamie had a better week than Ubaid.
Yeah.
So
The list is on
the list
Lloyd's
is, yeah,
phone.
I've got the list
I
here.
got 29
I will
points.
go through it in a minute. So,
Um,
how did you get 29 points this week, Ubaid? What went on?
Well, as you know, I haven't changed my team in about 6 or 7 weeks.
Right.
So Pope's still in there.
Bro, you need to change your team. You keep on getting.
Come on,
I get
man.
you on the gold show. You need to update your team.
I just keep forgetting.
We'll make a fourth.
I will
review at this
remind you.
point.
Remind me. So he had 0, Livermore had 6,
That's good.
Dallow had 2, Aine had 2, Trent had 1, Morgan Rogers had 1, he had 2, Smith Rowe had 1, Palmer had 6, Salah had 5, Wood had 2, Haaland had 2.
Wow.
Wow.
That is pretty pitiful.
Rough. That is rough.
Speaking of course, we mentioned Jamie already. He was next on 31 points. Henry, you were next on 35.
I had a stinker. So I'm going to start with the one thing I did that's good, is that I took out all my Man United players, including Marcus Rashford. So I took him out of my team. I transferred him out. I was done with him. But that's about it. I brought Raya in for Pope because I had a bunch of free transfers and I thought, I might as well. I've got the money. I can afford to do it. I might as well just get a decent keeper. Got me 6 points, but Pope on my bench, Pickford on my bench could have got me 8.
Yeah.
So it wasn't worth it at all.
Yeah.
I thought Fulham were going to get dicked. They didn't. So 8 Nuri came in for Robinson and it got me -2 points.
That is great for you.
My other new defender was Kirkes, who did nothing. I brought Saka in because I thought Arsenal will run over him. 3 points. I thought Palmer would get loads of goals against Brentford.
Got
6
nothing.
points because he was my captain.
Oh.
I took it off Salah because I thought you would. I don't know why. I thought there was a better chance of goals for Palmer against Brentford than I thought for you against Fulham.
Right.
But you got me 5 points for vice captain. Probably was the best player of my team. Oh, Cunha, sorry. Cunha up front got me 9 points. That was probably my highlight. Delap only got me 1. He's now injured. And João Pedro, I brought him instead of Jackson and got me 2 points.
Wow.
So, Yay!
And I think all in all this week, you know, Chelsea at home to Brentford, Arsenal at home to Everton, Liverpool at home to Fulham. It looked like a really good fixture week on paper.
Only
But
one
the
of those teams
average
won.
Only being 47 points. Dan got 40, Reece got 45, Tom got 48, Matt got 53, and I got 54. So I'm going to go next. And for this week, I did captain Salah. He got an assist, despite Liverpool being down to 10 men, so I guess I will take that. Raya got me 6. Ashley Young came off the bench and got me 5. He has been brilliant. Like, I think he has the most points out of any defender on the game.
Seriously?
I am not joking.
I'll
I will
look
double
later.
check this now, but I'm pretty certain that is true. He,
If it
might have
is-
to invest.
he has been
I was gonna
say.
unreal. I mean, do not get me
Wow.
wrong, Everton's fixtures do not look great, and he may have dropped now. Where is he? 4th now. He was first at one point after when he scored that free kick against Wolves.
Yes, that was
So
ridiculous.
he was top at one stage,
I think
but
it's
still
just-
top 4.
Someone had the gall to say to me yesterday. I said, that seems harsh. No, he said to me the other day, and I thought it was a bit ridiculous, my housemate, that he thought that the next man to be sacked was Sean Dyche. And I thought, if Everton sacks Sean Dyche, they go down.
Why were they
I don't think
sacking
they go
him?
down.
That's what I'm saying. I was so confused.
Well, you would not
'Cause they're
sack him anyway.
Obviously, attacking-wise, they're awful. But when it comes to building a defence, there is none better.
Well, they know that they're not going to compete.
There is a poster of that man on my wall at home. Let's just say that.
Right.
Questionable.
Love that man.
Moving-
I might shave
moving
my head to
on.
look more like him.
Really?
No.
No. Right.
But he is my hero.
Yeah. Moving on, Pau Torres got me 1, of course, as Nottingham Forest came back and beat them 2-1. Virgil van Dijk 1, Palmer 3, Saka 3, Semenyo 3 after hitting the post. That was very annoying. This man has 4 or 5 shots every week, so I keep on keeping him into my team.
I'm keeping him.
And he, at the moment, he's got no goal and assist, I think, in his last 5, but I'm still going to be patient with him. Salah, of course, I said, got me 10. Jimenez got 2, although he did score the week before against Arsenal, so that is fine. Cunha, 9, and I bought Isak in this week. Brilliant. He is on fire at the moment and ended up getting me a total of 11 points. So that was 54 for me, and then, last but not least,
The winner this week.
the winner this week, and the person who is the highest out of any
Yeah, this is annoying
team
me.
in the FBL.
What?
No,
Oh, just
be
too
bad.
good, man.
No.
Kian is
Uh,
doing really, really well.
yeah, I
I
got
was close at one stage, but then I fell off a
You've had a
cliff.
massive drop. I've got 66 points this week. David Raya brought him in, got me 6 points. And I wanted a good keeper as well as Sells, so I've got options now.
Mhm.
Ola the Goat Einer got me 2 points. Vardiol got me 7. I'm still having faith in him because he scores. Pedro Porro, despite not starting, got me 6 because
Yeah.
he came off the bench through Doggy after 20 minutes. Semenyo got me 3. Palmer got me 3. Rogers got me 2. Salah, my captain, got me 10. Bruno Fernandes, who I brought in just before we played United, he got 9 points, so he's performing for me a lot. Cunha got me 9 and Nicholas Jackson got me 9. I did have Robinson on my bench, obviously he hasn't come on, but my transfer this week I've taken out Cunha
Yeah.
because
Really?
I think he's
Well,
going to
there's
get
he
suspended.
He could get suspended, yeah.
So
he
I brought-
pushed
I brought in Isak.
an Ipswich Town staff
In the
member in the
face.
face.
So I brought in Isak and he's got Ipswich, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Isak has been excellent recently anyway. Like, he's so good. So I think if he wants to go
We've
ahead
lost the
and go
dressing
for a
room, haven't
team and wants to win the league title, he should go to us. But anyway,
Why do you want to go to
no.
Liverpool?
not going to get into that. Not going to get into that
Oh.
too much. But anyway, thank you guys ever so much for watching this one. If you have enjoyed, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the Blue Podcast Network if you're new, turn on all your post notifications so you get notified every time we upload, and go check out all our other content. Thank you for watching. We'll see you then.